Good morning, children. Let's start our lesson number 3 in our first theme, field personality development. How this lesson is going to improve your personality. How it is, what the contribution it is going to make in your personality. Let's see. So it's a very beautiful lesson. I will do it. The name is I will do it. Here itself you can see I will do it. That means you can see a hope. You can see a positiveness from even the title of the lesson, which is written by Sudha Murthy. Very famous name, the founder, I can say, sorry, the CEO, chairperson of Infosys. Do you remember anything when you get this name? Infosys, where it is? A very famous IT company. So the founder is none other than Sudha Murthy's husband, N.R. Murthy, Narayana Murthy. So he founded Infosys, who is the husband of Sudha Murthy. Sudha Murthy is a very famous writer. Sudha Murthy normally, let's see the introduction part what is given here in the lesson about the author. Sudha Murthy, the wife of N.R. Narayana Murthy, is an Indian social worker and author. Murthy began her professional career as a computer scientist and engineer. She is the chairperson of the Infosys Foundation. She has founded several orphanages, participated in rural development efforts, supported the movement to provide all Karnataka government schools with the computer and library facilities, and established the Murthy Classical Library of India at Harvard University, which is in Cambridge. Murthy also teaches computer science. She composed fiction, Dollar Source, which is mostly famous as Dollar Bahu. The present story is a selection from one of her most successful stories, How I Taught My Grandmother to Read and Other Stories. It's a very famous book written by Sudha Murthy. She is actually a teacher. Basically, she is a teacher in Indian engineering colleges, where she teaches. Even she herself is a engineering, you can say past engineering, was electrical engineer, and she has, begun her career as a teacher, teaching in engineering colleges, and also she is author in Kannada and English. Her books are really beautiful. I say this from my own experience. I am a big fan of her books, really. She writes the first book, what I read, what is given here is How I Taught My Grandmother to Read and Other Stories. It's a collection of stories upon her, whatever she has seen in her life. She has collected that and presented in that book the way what we learn by reading those stories. And the first story, what she's named it as How I Taught My Grandmother to Read. So here actually literally she helped her grandmother, where the story is really very beautiful, where she has been guru to her grandmother and taught her the reading alphabets, and for that even she has been given Guru Dakshina. Even her grandmother touched her feet because Guru is always a Guru even though you are a child. And the very beautiful story, and the beautiful part of her books are in very simple English, which really you can connect as your standard. You can't you are just students now, you can't understand deep literature. Novels which are written by many writers would be really very hard to understand the language, little bit difficulty where in English would be, but her stories could be understood, and it mostly children, especially for children, she has written many novels where good moral stories are there, and basically most of his books would be from her experience, where a book nowhere and somewhere some book is there, everywhere something where it is all is about her experience and what had she learned from that experience. And there is a book called Maheshwata where about skin disease, those days developed first. So during that, how people differentiate those people, those who get skin disease. About that, a very beautiful book. So in that many books where simple English you can connect to. I would recommend, if you are really fond of talking about Infosys, it was started by her husband Narayana Murthy and six of his friends, you can say engineers, together with just 10,000 rupees which was given by Sudha Murthy herself. That was the first initial amount they kept in Infosys now, which is a big company, had many branches, many, you can say, chains all over India. You can see many of them, they are getting appointed every year who are passed out engineers. So the founder, the CEO, and also the CEO, N.R. Narayana Murthy, about him, she has written this letter, and this is a part from that story. I said how I taught my grandmother to read and other stories. This is a novel from which this lesson, I will do it, is extracted and given you as a lesson. So here let's start the lesson. I will do it. So he was short, he was sharp, he was the brightest boy in his class. His seniors used to ask him to solve their difficulties in science. He could have gone unnoticed in a crowd, but once you asked him a question related to physics or maths, there was a spark in his eyes. He could grasp theories of science faster than the speed of light. So it is an introduction about the person whom she has been introducing. Sudha Murthy. He was short. The first description about his physical, he was really short. He was sharp, very sharp. Sharp means in the mind, very intelligent here. He was the brightest boy in his class, the brightest. You can see, children, the brightest boy. Here, boy is your adjective. Boy is your noun. The brightest is your adjective. This adjective is been in superlative degree. In superlative degree, how to identify a superlative degree? In a superlative degree, always before the adjective you can see the. The is very compulsive over there, and with the est form. To the what you call the adjective bright, brighter, brightest. So how you identify a superlative degree? With est to the adjective and the in front of that. Okay, so the brightest boy in his class. Who? This person was the brightest boy in his class. His seniors used to ask him to solve their difficulties in science. Seniors, can you imagine? Not juniors, senior class students. They used to come and ask him to clear their doubts, whatever the doubts they had in their science. He could have gone unnoticed in a crowd. He was like any other person. People would have unnoticed.